Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So in today's set I'm doing another autumn inspired set, and I wanted this set to represent how the leaves change from green to brown. So I'm coming in with CJP Emerald City at the cuticle area and fading that down. And then I'm going to come in with CJP Copper Penny at the free edge and fade that back just to create a really thin wash of colour, because this is just going to be a background for some glitters. So these are the two beautiful autumn glitters I'm using, and both of these are from the Glitter Nail Angel. So this one's called Autumn Leaves, and then this one is called Gingerbread. And I absolutely love both of these. They are so stunning. And I do also have a discount code for the Glitter Nail Angel, which is Amanda10 with all capital letters, and that will get you 10% off your order. So I've picked that glitter up with a small wet bead of acrylic. I'm just nudging it around and fading it back. And I am coming down with a slight cold, I think, so I'm really sorry for the slightly groggy voice. So I'm just patting and pressing that glitter into place, making sure that it's all lying nice and flat. And then I'm going to do the exact same with the autumn leaves mix. Just creating a subtle fade, and I wanted the two green and copper leaves to be on the alternative side, so the green against the copper and the copper against the green. And then I'm just using some of the finer pieces of glitter to get a nice neat cuticle area. And then once that is finished, I will move on to the next nail. And then on the middle finger, I'm going to be coming in and doing an extended nail bed. So I'm using CJP Fantasy to do this. And I placed my bead down and it was all going well. And then I noticed this bit of annoying fluff was stuck in the acrylic. So I had to dig that out, and it kind of just threw off my application a little bit. But hey ho, I blended out the back as best as I could. And then I'm just working on walking that bead down and creating the shape of my smile line. And I'm doing as much of this as I can with my brush so that I have minimal filing to do. So once I'm happy with the rough shape that I've got with my brush, I'm then going to come in and place another bead down at that cuticle area. Now Fantasy is a core powder, so it doesn't need to be capped in clear acrylic, so you just need to make sure that you build up your apex and structure with it. So I'm just placing this bead down, tapping it up towards the cuticle area, and then pulling down the rest of the bead over the previous one, making sure that the height of the wall of acrylic is the same all the way around. And I did faff about a fair bit with this nail, I'm not going to lie. I've said it before, I struggle with smile lines. They are my nemesis. I haven't done one in a while, so this didn't go as perfect or as to plan as it could have done. So then once I've finished faffing around with this now, I will leave it to set. And then I do come in later on and file it crisp anyway. Onto the ring finger, I'm going to do an ombre between the Copper Penny and Emerald City. So I've placed my first colour down, walked it down towards the very tip, and then blended out the back of the bead. I absolutely love this colour, it is so beautiful. It's probably been my favourite colour the last couple of weeks. I'm just patting and pressing that into place, making sure that it's all nice and thin and even, as I am going to also be using some glitter on this now, so I don't want to add too much bulk with my colour because I knew I had to come in and cap it in clear. Then I'm placing my cuticle bead down, nudging that up in towards the cuticle, making sure not to touch the skin, and then pulling the top of that bead down to create the fade. Now this did overpower the copper penny slightly. It's a very pigmented colour and they've both got the shimmer in them as well. So I do just come in with another small bead of copper penny and blend that back just to create a bit of a nicer fade. But like I said, it didn't have to be perfect anyway because I was coming in and doing a glitter swoosh across that fade. So first up, I'm using that gingerbread mix and I'm placing that down just where the fade is and creating like a diagonal swoosh across the nail, blending it out slightly so it isn't like a harsh line of glitter. And then on the top of that, I'm just picking up 2 of the leaves out of that autumn leaves mix and placing them down onto that wet acrylic. I absolutely love how these 2 glitter mixes worked so perfectly together. And then I will leave that to set and come back later on to cap. Then onto the little finger, I'm doing a glitter fade. So I'm placing Fantasy down at the cuticle area, blending it down just so it covers the natural nail bed. And then I'm using that gingerbread at the free edge and blending that back just to create a nice subtle fade. And then because I didn't put a background colour down underneath, I do just come in with my wet brush, pick up some more glitter and tap that on the top just so that it's nice and fully covered and really nice and glittery. And then once I'm happy with that, I also pop one of those leaves on top of there as well. And I absolutely loved how the green looked against the copper here. I loved this nail. I thought it looked so pretty. This was probably my favourite nail out of the whole set. And then just using a small bead of clear acrylic, I'm going to tap on some gold leaf just along where that fade ends. And then I'm just using my brush to nudge that around until I'm happy with how it's all placed. And then again, I'll leave this to set before capping in clear. So what I did is I waited for all of the glitter to set. It pretty much, the first nail was set by the time I'd finished this nail. So then I went off camera and capped them all in clear acrylic. Because I knew I had to file my smile line, I wanted to cap these nails so it was done out of the way so that none of the dust ruined them. Then once they were set, I used a 100 grit file to file my smile line nice and crisp. And then here at the free edge, I'm coming in with that Emerald City. And I just wanted this to be, I needed it to be full cover of the colour. So I didn't want to pick up the beads too wet, but I only wanted a thin layer of colour because I wanted to come in with some gold leaf over the top. And then the smile line was quite a deep smile line. So this is why I just decided to do it in quite small beads, because I wanted to make sure that there was a nice even colour, but I wanted to also make sure that I got right down into those wings so that when it comes to filing, I don't file away any of the colour and spoil the look. Then once I was happy with the green acrylic, I'm just tapping on some of the gold leaf into that wet acrylic. I'm just nudging it around, just randomly. It wasn't really any set plan, I was just tapping it on. And this particular gold leaf is from Charlie's Nail Art, and I do also have a discount code for those, so I'll leave that in the description box below. I don't make any money or commission or anything from the discount codes, they're just to share with you guys to save you some pennies. And in the description box below, I will leave a full list of all the products I've used, so do have a quick look at that. And then once I'm finished applying the gold leaf, I will cap the tip in clear acrylic as well. And I did cut out the other previous capping and all of the filing in this set. But if there are bits that you would like to see, like capping or filing, then let me know in the comments below and I can try and leave that in. Most of my channel is about the design work. So So yeah, I don't leave what I consider the boring parts in, but obviously if they are the parts that you would like to see, then let me know and I can see what I can do. So once all the nails were filed and buffed and I'd scrubbed away all of the dust, I decided I was going to come in and do some Swarovski crystals on this nail. So I'm applying a thin layer of jewellery gel, and then I'm just using these beautiful opal and emerald green Swarovskis. And I absolutely love using jewellery gel because I'm fairly new to using crystals, and I wouldn't say I've got the hang of crystal placement yet. So by using jewellery gel, it's great that you can nudge them around into place until you're happy with them, and they're not going to set until you pop it in your lamp to cure. So I do faff around. This is probably roughly 2 minutes long, even though it's sped up. So you can skip through it if you wish, but I did leave the crystal placement in because someone asked me to in one of my previous videos. But basically I'm just applying these beautiful emerald crystals around at the cuticle area, and as well as some caviar beads, and then just that opal one in the center. And then once I've got these applied, I'll pop this in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And then it's time to come in and top coat, which is my absolute favourite part, especially on a set like this where there's so much glitter, because it just all comes to life once you apply that top coat. And today I'm using this CJP Tack Free Top Gloss. And then with the crystal nail, I apply my top coat as best as I can with this brush, making sure not to touch any of your crystals because it will dull their shine. But once I've top coated the other two nails, I do come in with a small nail art detailer brush and some of my top coat, and then I go right around all the edges of those crystals and the caviar beads, because I just find that then this really helps to set them in place and last the duration of the set. And then once I've finished top coating, I pop them in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And then if this was on myself, I'd allow my top coat to cool before coming in and applying my cuticle oil. And then guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. I really hope you've enjoyed watching. As I said at the start, I absolutely loved how this set turned out. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you did enjoy the video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would obviously absolutely love it if you did. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye bye.